The ocean covers more than 70% of the Earth's surface and produces around half of the oxygen we breathe. Yet despite its vital role in sustaining life, marine ecosystems worldwide are facing mounting threats from pollution, climate change and unsustainable human activities. According to the UN Environment Programme, around 11 million tons of plastic waste enter the ocean every year. More than 800 marine and coastal species are affected by this pollution through ingestion, entanglement and other hazards. Without stronger action, experts warn that by 2050, the weight of the plastic in the ocean will be more than that of all the combined fish that live there. Against this backdrop, improving ocean literacy is becoming increasingly important, with ocean conservation education gaining momentum worldwide. To mark World Oceans Day 2026, a range of initiatives have been launched to promote these messages. Our next report takes a closer look.
Ocean-themed games. Small creations made from recycled materials. And colorful paintings expressing a love for the sea. These are some of the activities organized in Hanoi to help children and young people in urban areas learn about the environmental and ocean conservation in an engaging and hands-on way.
These seashells, which might be thrown away, are now being recycled and turned into colorful keychains by children themselves. A simple hands-on activity, but helps them learn more about marine life and ocean protection.
I really enjoyed it. The activity helped me learn more about the marine environment. It also taught me that recycled materials can be turned into creative crafts like the ones we made today.
Notably, a new set of ocean conservation education materials has recently been launched to bring ocean and environmental knowledge closer to the community.
The materials are designed for 4 groups: primary school students, lower secondary school students, teachers, and the wider community. For each group, the content is presented in a different way. Children are provided with age-appropriate knowledge about the oceans, Vietnam's coastal environments, as well as practical activities. For teachers, we offer guidance on how to incorporate these topics into their lessons.
And these biosphere reserves in Kanzo and Kulacham serving as a learning platform for students. We think that they are important for all students in Vietnam to learn about the ocean. So we are very happy that we will make these materials available for free online.
From hands-on activities in cities to outdoor learning experiences in biospheres reserves and coastal ecosystems, environmental awareness and a sense of responsibility towards the ocean are being nurtured in younger generation.
The newly launched ocean conservation education materials, as seen in our report, are part of the quote-unquote Our Ocean Conservation Project, a collaborative program implemented by UNESCO Vietnam and the Vietnam Institute of Educational Sciences. This project runs from 2024 to 2026 to promote ocean literacy and encourage greater public engagement in marine conservation, particularly among younger generations. To learn more about the role of education in fostering a new generation of ocean stewards and how ocean literacy can contribute to sustainable development, we are joined by Mr. Jonathan Baker, UNESCO representative to Vietnam.
Thank you for joining the interview with Vietnam today. So in your view, why is ocean conservation education becoming increasingly important?
So I think it's a really important issue, both at the global level and also here in Vietnam. Vietnam has an incredibly long coast, incredible biodiversity, marine biodiversity, lots of different communities that live on the coastline. So I think for Vietnam, the ocean and ocean education are really very important topics. It's important for young people and children to understand, what the ocean means to them, what the ocean means to humanity, what it brings to us, and the importance of conserving the ocean and the marine communities.
So what is the biggest challenge in raising awareness of ocean conservation today?
So I think the biggest challenge, as you mentioned, it is to bring policy to action. I think the policy is there, but raising awareness, making people understand the importance of the ocean, young people, so they can take action, because we need to go from policy to action. And young people and children can play an important role in that, and through the work that we're doing in schools, we're educating, of course, young children, but also the whole educational community, so teachers are better trained to be able to train the students, and then the students come home, and they talk to their parents, and the parents are educated themselves. So there's this whole, it's the influence that children can have to their lives, to the lives of the local communities, to the lives of the coast, and people living on the coast of Vietnam, and for the country as a whole.
How do you assess Vietnam's current efforts in environmental conservation, and what more should be done to create lasting change in the future?
I think at the policy level, Vietnam has already done quite a bit, whether it's in the area of marine conservation, biodiversity, climate change. There's a lot of legislation, a lot of guidelines that have been taken on board. But what we need now is to go from the guidelines and the policy to action. So how do we do that? Partly through ocean education, and that's why we're so excited with the ocean education project that we're undertaking with the Ministry of Education and Training, with VNS, putting together materials for children, for teachers, and for the community. So there's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of work ahead, but I see it in a very positive light. I think Vietnam has recognized the importance of ocean education. And I think this fantastic project that we've been able to put together, where we're reaching out to 10,000 students and training 50 teachers, is really a step in the right direction, and we look forward to continuing this important work with Vietnam and all the different stakeholders here.
Once again, thank you for joining the interview with Vietnam today.
Thank you for having me.